Johnny Depp, what to say about this amazing character? He's one of my favorite actors. He's mysterious, creative, diverse, and has the ability to completely envelop himself into his characters, making his performance even more dynamic. I also like him for his devilish good looks. Some of my favorite movies with Johnny Depp starring in them are Cry Baby, that one, Alice in Wonderland, that one, Secret Window, and Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. In Cry Baby, Johnny Depp plays a young rebel who only wants to play his guitar and rock and roll. Along his way, he meets a beautiful young blonde who is from the upper class part of town and has a very uptight grandmother. Eventually, Cry Baby wins over the hearts of the squares and turns his girl into a drape. If anyone besides Johnny Depp had played the role of Cry Baby, the movie wouldn't have been as big as it was. Because Johnny Depp had the look and the attitude that was perfect to pull off the Cry Baby character. Johnny Depp in Alice in Wonderland plays a crazy, kooky, heroic man called the Mad Hatter. He helps Alice find the Volpal sword so that she can slay the Jabberwocky and save Underland, the real name for Wonderland, from the Red Queen. He becomes Alice's friend and eventually her inspiration. In all reality, the Mad Hatter is the protagonist and the true hero. I like the way Johnny performed as the Mad Hatter. He really embodied the character of the Mad Hatter, and in that movie, he is definitely someone I would want to have a tea party with and an actual birthday party instead of an unbirthday. In Secret Window, Johnny plays a man named Mort Rainey, who is visited by a madman who accuses him of plagiarizing a story that he supposedly wrote. Throughout the story, Mort is tormented by this man who also kills his dog and some of his friends around town. By the end, Mort figures out that he is the man that's killing everybody. It's a story about a man's wife cheating on him, and then he kills her. This book is almost a prediction that came from Mort. And by the end of the book, he kills his wife and buries her in the garden. Johnny Depp was the perfect choice to play this character because he had the long hair that made him look scragglier for the part he plays. And he completely became the character of Mort Rainey. Not only can Johnny act, but he can sing, which brings me to our next movie and this clip from Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
There's the one staying put in his proper place, and the one with his foot in the other one's face. Look at me, Mrs. Lovey, look at you. We all deserve to die.
In this movie, Johnny plays a man who had his family taken away from him by a cruel man who wanted to marry Benjamin Sweeney Todd, Barker's wife. The man leaves his town and years later comes back to find a dark, dismal town. However, he becomes a dark, dismal person. He meets a woman named Mrs. Lovitz, who takes him into her shop. He sets a barber shop up in her upstairs room and kills every customer he has. He and Mrs. Lovitz open her bakery back up and serve meat pies, which are made of all the people Sweeney Todd has killed. Todd finally has the man who took his wife and daughter away come up for a quick shave, and Todd is able to get his revenge. Johnny Depp had to go to the darkest place in his mind in order to make this character as amazing as he did. He utilizes every part of his mind and successfully completes each character role he plays. These 4 movies are only a small portion of all the movies and different kinds of movies Johnny Depp has starred in. This shows how diverse and dynamic Johnny Depp is and how dedicated to his craft he is.